Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Wing Games here. So today I have Magical Musketeers. It is a fun, it is a budget deck. It is like one of the best go second decks that is very underrated. Magical Musketeer Max just give you a insane amount of advantage. All the musket cards and spells and traps can be activated from the hand, and it's just a budget deck. I do have a few expensive cards in here, but just to facilitate the deck. Keep in mind this deck does not make boards, it breaks boards. So without ado, let's begin. This deck's just like really good. If you like what I do, just give it a subscribe, like the videos, and just share with your friends. Help the YouTube algorithm help me so I can bring you daily content. But we do start out with the Musket monsters. We play 3 cast bar. When a spell or trap is activated in its column, even if it's your opponent's or yours, you get to add a Magical Musketeer spell or trap. Keep in mind that like not all these monsters have high defense or attack, but they are good enough. This is your main start of the deck. I do play 2 Starfire. Reason why 2 Starfire, you never want to open too many monsters in your hand. That's just my opinion. I am playing a smaller version of Magical Musketeer monsters, but just making sure you draw them. Starfire gets to special summon another one, another Magical Musketeer monster. I play 2 Calamity. Again, I do play Desires, so you do not want to banish your 1 Calamity to make Utopia double and Utopia number 39. But Calamity, when a spell or trap is activated, you get to special summon 1 from the graveyard in defense. Any Magical Musketeer monster. Keep in mind, all these Magical Musketeer monsters, when their spell or trap is activated in their column, you have to make sure that you get a plus. But that's why you gotta make sure you put in your columns right. You know, you gotta master your columns. 2 Doc. Doc's just really good. It's just a recursion. He becomes cast bar in the late game. But what he does, he adds a Magical Musketeer card, spell, trap, or monster back to your hand when a spell trap is activated in this column. I played the 1 Kid Brave. He's fine, just drawing him is fine, just linking him away is fine. But when a spell trap is activated in his column, you send 1 Magical Musketeer, spell, trap, any card that is Magical Musketeer, and you draw 2 cards. I think that's perfectly good, but you don't want to brick by opening too many monsters. So I play a very small lineup. Hand traps, 3 Ash. You gotta stop the Needle Fibers. You gotta stop the Emancipator Searchers. You gotta stop a bunch of other stuff that helps searching. So I think Ash is fine. You do play a Toonie Brew. A lot of combo decks out there. Combo Eldritch. You have Emancipator. I mean, even the road decks like Heroes, Dinos, before them draw Miscellaneousaurus. You do play 2 DD Crow. Again, you gotta banish all those monsters or spells and traps that have all these advantages. So with DD Crow, you banish the Blood Dragon. I'm sure you might not hit the Blood Dragon. You might have to banish something else, but I think that hitting Blood Dragon is perfectly fine if it doesn't get hit on the ban list. Or any Eldritch spell and traps. That's it for the monsters. I think it's like 17 monsters. For the spell and traps, I am playing the best card of the deck, which is Cross Domination. So if I control a Magical Musketeer musket, you get to just target 1 face-up monster on the field, negates effects to the end of the turn, so it becomes impermanence, but also the effects are gone. The attack and defense value is 0. 3 Cosmic Cyclone, just again for the back row. You don't care much about your life points, just try not to die. That's the whole point of the Yu-Gi-Oh! I am playing 3 Product Desires. The reason why I'm maxing out on all these cards is because they are being able to like just activate directly into the columns. You don't want to just clog up all your columns with all these cards you have to set So you gotta make sure that you can just activate cards straight away. Also, you play 3 Anxiety just for the drawing. You play 2 Dark Ruler. Again, Magical Musketeer has a very bad matchup against lots of heavy negations and big monsters. So Dark Ruler just facilitates getting rid of the negations. You just have to be careful with the Utopia. 2 Call by Grave. Again, you lose the hand traps. Much to say. Also, it works on interruption if they make you go first, because going first in this build is just really bad for you. You did play 2 Super Poly. Super Poly is just Super Poly spell speed 4. If you just summon, discarding 1 card, you're always gonna have a card in your hand. You're never gonna empty out your hand if you play this deck right. Always have 2 or more cards in your hand. Hand trap, a way to break your board. For the 1-ups, I am playing the 1 Steady Hands. Again, the problem with the deck is just getting over monsters. Steady Hands allows you to double the attack and offense of one Magical Musketeer. Again, Monster Reborn, just bringing back monster from the grave. The 1-up start just for drawing. And that's it for the spells. Keep in mind, I haven't played Utopia Double or Nothing, just because I don't own it. My friend is using it right now, but I would be playing it in here. For the traps, I am playing 3 evenly matched. Again, this is a go second deck. If you don't draw into many combo pieces for yourself, make sure your opponent doesn't have a good board either. For the Magical Musketeers, spells and traps, I am playing 3 Desperado. Don't play it at 2, don't play it at 1, play it at 3. Target a card, face up card in the field, destroy it. It's crazy. It's searchable. It's recursable. I mean, what more do you want? 2 Last Stand. Again, the judgment of the deck doesn't prevent summons, but any spell or trap like impermanence, any of those combo eldritch. I mean, you name it, any spell or trap. Make sure your cards go through. I am playing 2 Dancing Needle. This card is very underrated. The reason why? It's Call by Grave and Deity Crawl on steroids. So what you do, you banish 3 from grave. So it's either grave 2. And for the last trap, I am playing the 1 Red Reboot. You have some flexibility. Again, all these cards are being able to play directly from my hand and during my opponent's turn or my turn. So you never want to clog up your hand with a bunch of cards that aren't interactive and you have to play in your turn. Red Reboot can be played on either player's turn. You want to play in your opponent's turn as well. For the extra deck, you're playing the best monster of the extra deck, 3 Magical Musketeer Max. So what he does is that based on your opponent's board, let's say they have like 4 monsters, you get to add 4 spells and traps that are Magical Musketeer. If they have 4 back row, you get to special summon as many as you can from your deck. So it's just insane. It's a link 1, which is insane. 1 Magical Musketeer monster, and look at that, +4, +3, +2, but you can gain Summoner's Advantage. For Link Force, I'm playing the 1 Bull Sword. I still choose this over Access Code Talker because I do not own it. My vision is to play budget, but make sure that you have all those cards that you need. Sure, I might have some expensive cards in here, but just to facilitate it, you're gonna break boards, not make them. 1 Boiler Dragon. I mean, Boiler Dragon is Boiler Dragon. Make sure that you get to take your opponent's very important monsters. 1 Nigrisu, the World Chalice Warrior. So what he does at once per turn, you get to just send 1 card from either player's field to the graveyard. That's all it does. But sometimes with non-targetable, non-destructible, I mean, this effect comes in handy. So it is non-targeting, and you just get to break your opponent's board piece by piece. You're playing the 1 Unicorn to shuffle back, and then you just try to get a calling, get a draw. The 1 Trisbania. Again, you're never gonna summon all of these all at once. But make sure that you have a way to get rid of all your back row. Again, the back row matchup is very bad for this deck. They're playing the one Nightmare Phoenix. Discard a card. If you have this under mask, you get to draw a card and pop a card. You're playing Utopia double. Again, search double or nothing. And then when you use Utopia, you get to attack for 10k. I mean, if you don't have the double or nothing, you banish it, you get to go again for 4k. Excuse me, 5k. And for the super poly targets, I'm playing Starting Venom, Violet Chimera, Dragon Superlia, and Mud Dragon for the road decks. Predaplan just for the invoke, and the wind dust and all that stuff that are fusion based, as well as Salamangreat, the Violet Chimera, and the Starting Venom from the darks. But guys, this deck is very just useful. It is a budget deck. You don't have to be playing all these cards. Remember, Yu-Gi-Oh is a card game where everything has an answer. Sure, it might be not the price you want, but it always has an answer. If you guys like what I do, comment down below, share, subscribe. I am gonna bring you guys a Salamangreat combo tutorial, as well as a Subterror deck profile and an ABC deck profile, so keep on the lookout for those. Before those videos drop, I think that the bands should be out, and we're gonna see what we can get. But guys, just leave a comment down below, subscribe, and peace.